That just brightens up my day.
Where you going?
Why are you such a klutz? Hi everybody, welcome to my office. Today we're doing something a little bit different than what I usually do. Something you've probably never seen me mess with is electronics. As y'all know, if you watch the channel, I work at a hardware store. And we got this person who brought in a trouble light, thinking it needed a new switch or a bulb or whatever. And so one of my coworkers was working on it and he diagnosed it as the switch. And I wasn't so sure about that, so I looked into it. And I'll show you what I looked into now. If you see right here, this is where the switch went. So I just tried going directly to it, bypassing the switch to see if the light would turn on. And that, safe to say, that didn't work. And, you know, I kind of wondered. I used to dabble a little bit in the automotive audio. Car amplifiers, subwoofers. I still got a couple subs, and someday they'll be in my vehicles again. But one of the things I learned through working on amps is when they stop working, what it usually is a pin has just become desoldered. And essentially what that means is the circuit board is just a board that has wires that connect the pins. The pins are soldered into each of the wires. Now I'll try to show you this, see if you can see it. Now, if you look at this pin right here, you can see that line. That's where it's cracked and come away. This green part here is where it just needs to make the connection. If you look at this one, there's a crack there. If you look at that one, there's a crack there. And if you look at that one, there's a crack there. Now, like I said, I'm not sure if you can see it. If that helps at all. Like with that, I can see it clear as day. So, what I got my helping hand set up. That is what this fixture is called. It's nice because it's got a light. I actually have a large magnifying glass that can attach to it if I wanted. This will attach to the top, and I don't need that though. I'm able to see just fine, and then I can actually just use this to make sure I get a good connection. Right now I have my soldering iron heating up. And I'm thinking it's probably not quite warm enough yet. It's been a while since I've used any of this. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not the best at doing any of this, but, oh, yeah, she looks warm enough. One thing you really got to make sure you do when you're doing this is you can't get things too hot. If you start getting the bottom side too hot, you can blow capacitors out, you can blow resistors out, and this is actually on, I believe it's transformer or whatever, where it changes the power current so it can handle a fluorescent bulb. And all I need to do is just get that solder warm enough to melt again. In fact, I might just throw some new solder on. And that's what I love about having these helping hands is you put the soldering iron in there and you don't have to worry about the heat. Looking at it, it looks like I was successfully able to reconnect everything. Now I just want to flip it over. You can tell if you've blown a capacitor or if one is blown, because on the top these should be nice and flat, like they are. If these bulge up, that means they're blown. And, you know, it's pretty much the same way with anything on this. You can usually tell when something's gone because it'll either look burnt or it'll be bulged. And there is also a fuse on this one, which I'm 90% sure is okay and not the issue. And so actually what I'm going to try to do right here is I'm going to see if that was the problem. So I'm going to leave these connected how they are. Get that heat shrink over it. You know what I should actually probably do is tape over it. Or I could just solder them together, but this is just for testing purposes. So moment of truth. Let's see if I was right about those 4 pins being wrong. Or about those 4 pins being disconnected. Let's find out. Look at that. Look at that. I guess I should have shown you guys that it wasn't working before. But what this means now is I can use my helping hands and I can get the switch soldered back on. And he'll have a working treble light. I felt quite bad because my coworker, I don't know how long ago he took this light in. But 3 separate times this elderly gentleman has come in and asked about if his treble light was done. And I knew nothing of it, and so I just kept telling him, I'm pretty sure we're waiting on a switch. I'm pretty sure we're waiting on a switch. Well, you know what? I've got the original switch right here, still got the solder on it, so I'm going to clean the solder off of that. I'm going to reconnect these wires to it. I'm going to get it hooked up, and I'm going to make this thing work for that guy. I knew it. It's as simple as that. If you got something electronics going out, look at that circuit board. You'll be able to find the problem. You don't have to have a college degree, you know, or be the smartest man in the world. I'm a person with damage to the cerebral cortex who's just a high school grad. And everything I know how to do, I've learned from just doing it or watching videos or, you know. Like I always say, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. So let's get to it with this switch. Like I said, I want to break that solder off that's on it because there's actually pieces of wire in there. And if you're watching this going, he doesn't know what he's doing, well, you might be right. So now what I need to do is I need to get these wires. I should see if I have some heat shrink for it, but in all honesty, in this application, I don't necessarily think it's needed. But, you know what, I got some, so might as well use it, do it right from the get-go. Right there, that's the stuff we need, I think. Oh, yep, that'll be it. So I'm going to go get a scissors for that to make sure we can get this done right, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so I'm back, and I actually grabbed a little bit more than just the scissors. I will need that for those. But before I go ahead and solder this switch on, I am just going to do a double check of the switch. So if you're ever going to do work like this, $10 multimeter. I'm going to want to set that over to the ohms category. And actually, looks like my batteries are dead. So now I got to get a screwdriver to replace the battery. 9 volt? Please, no. If this takes a 9 volt, that means I don't think I have a 9 volt. Somebody here? Kylie?
Hello.
Hey, sweetheart. Kylie's home from school. You want to come say hi?
Sure.
Say hi.
Hi. What are you doing, Dad?
What I'm doing is I'm trying to fix this light. In order to fix this light, I need this multimeter. In order to get this multimeter working, I need a new 9 volt battery. Thankfully I love RCs, so in my bedroom just over there, I have 9 volt batteries. Yeah, that's dead. Mutator! Yeah. The batteries are good in this, so we'll just steal this one. Well, that ain't what I wanted. That ain't doing nothing either. I hope my multimeter ain't broke. charcoal steering wheel. Done right. Ooh, just got some power. There! It's just picky and wanted an energizer, I guess. Now let's see if I can figure out what happened to those screws. I can use it without them, I guess. I mean, it don't matter. There's one. Personally, I don't understand why there's so many screws to get into batteries. There's the other. Just because I ain't organized doesn't mean that it's not clean enough to find both 1 and 2 screws. Ah! There it goes again. So, go to my ohms resistance, and if you look at that, should go to 0. Oh. Okay, are these not making connections now? There! Should go to 0 as long as it's making a connection. So what I'm going to do, prop this up, you can see it. So I'm going to go like this and I'm going to check from here to here. Look at that. Now I'm going to flick the switch the other way. And it doesn't. So that means that's the on position. So now, I know the switch works. I know it's worth soldering on. I know that that is the on position. For this purpose, I want that aimed upward. So, that tells me where my wires. Anyone know why this is called heat shrink? I'll show ya. Again, I know I'm not doing this the right way. I'm doing it my way. Take heat. You get them warm. And they shrink right up. Voila! Now the switch is all hooked up and all I gotta do is get this thing put back together and we'll have a happy customer at the hardware store. So that's good, right? Hey. What's that?
It's a snake.
Cool. Did you just make that, or did you make that in school?
I just made it.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Did you give your presents to your friends on the bus?
Yeah, but one was off the bus.
Oh, okay. Did they like them?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's good.
Daddy, can I please watch something?
Well, we're going to be going back to the store once I finish fixing this, so it can get back to the customer who brought it in. Whoop!
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Can I watch something
wanna put
for
that
a
in
little
here?
bit? Can you watch something for a little bit?
You want to watch Caleb and Sophia?
Sure.
All right, I'll let you watch Caleb and Sophia. Let's see what we got. That just brightens up my day. On off. Beautiful. I couldn't be happier, guys. You know what? And I hope it brightens up someone else's day. I know it literally will brighten up his shop a little bit, but I hope he's happy. And you know what? As it says in the Bible, there's more joy in giving than receiving. And like I said, I'm happy to do this for nothing. I love the experience, and you know, someone once told me nobody does anything for free, and in all honesty, it's true, because yeah, I'm getting content for you guys, I'm getting experience for myself, and you know, just seeing somebody smile is good. So I hope he comes in while I'm working and I'm able to say, here's your treble light. Anyways, thanks for joining. If you guys like seeing the videos, click that subscribe button, and so you see more, hit that like button if you like it. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you got something like this you want to work on, just remember, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. And here's Kylie and a kitten. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.